everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. I'm a manifestation coach that's been successfully helping thousands of people for the last 7 years. If you guys are interested in working together, check out the description link below. I offer a variety of services such as single sessions, as well as email, as well as coaching packages at a discounted rate. And I just also have 1 month. If you're really looking to dive deep into this, I have limited spots in at my premium package, which would be 1 month of a mentorship where you're going to have intense coaching with me and have a lot more access and a lot more email ability to support you in your process. So, all right, you guys, to dive in this video, actually it's really funny because we're going to talk about thought transmission and everybody's you pushed out. So why I say that's funny is because thought transmission is real. Okay, and it actually is going to be used in this example. I was in my mind thinking, oh my gosh, I would love to help people. I'd love for people to tell me. I'd love to know what they want. I don't really want to go search for it, but I would love for people to comment on what they want to hear. And therefore, I had several people ask for thought transmission. So that just goes to show you it's a real thing. It's everybody's you pushed out. People are always overhearing your thoughts and it comes back to you. So let's look at the definition of thought transmission. I'm gonna be looking at my notes. Okay, it's a supposed phenomenon in which the mental activities of one person are transmitted without physical means to the mind of another person. All right, so you're not verbally saying something to somebody. Okay, that's what that means, and that's the definition. Now, this comes from Neville Goddard, as well as it's actually in quantum physics as well. It's been proven in quantum physics. So it comes from different, philosophies on this. But Neville Goddard has a book and he goes deep into it. And the book is The Prayer of Art and Believing, and it's chapter 5. He dives really deep into this as well. So if you understand thought transmission, it's really going to help you understand things and help you manifest and speed it up and come from a different level. Okay, because we have thoughts, all right? We know thoughts are things. Thoughts are vibration. Thoughts are DNA, okay? They're going to manifest out, okay? That's how it's always been working. So what we focus on creates, because our thoughts are like the DNA. So what you think about dictates how you feel and how you behave, okay? And it's gonna come from your subconscious programming. Now, the thing with thought transmission, like I said, it is also proven in quantum physics and quantum entanglement, okay? So thought transmission is based on our assumptions about the world, ourselves, and this is determined how people treat us, basically. So it's going out and our thoughts are always being overheard. They're not private, okay? Everybody's always overhearing our thoughts, okay? And it's transmitting to other people because they're us pushed out. So our thoughts are not private. Like I used to think my thoughts were private. And then one time even someone said, hey, your energy is off. And I was like, well, what did I say to make you feel that way? And they came back with, it's nothing you said. And it was, oh my gosh, it was my thoughts, what I was thinking internally. They were able to pick up on that. That's how thought transmission works, you guys. Because it's determining, so what you're thinking in conception of yourself in relation to that is going to be transmitted to other people, and that's how they're going to show up in your reality and how they are going to treat you, how they feel about you, and how they perceive you. Okay, so because our thoughts are just energy and they're not private. Okay, they don't just stay here. They are pushed out to other people, right, in this consciousness, and therefore they're reflected back to you. So whatever you think your specific person's thinking, they're thinking it for real. So you really want to be careful of what you're thinking if it's in the negative. So this is why coaching can be really important, because you want to look deep into your beliefs about yourself, what your assumptions are about yourself. If you're not feeling worthy of something, and again, you're not going to be specifically saying the words, I am unworthy. It's going to come in different sort of feelings, different sort of reactions, different sort of behaviors, because what we're really doing is we're changing ourselves, okay? We're working on ourselves, healing ourselves through this process, okay? A long time ago, it seemed like we're doing, when I first got into it, it seemed like there's a lot of focus on, changing that specific person. But as Neville Goddard says, they're just messengers to us, all right? As well as in the quantum field of physics, they're just reflecting back to us what we have going on. So that thought transmission is going to be transmitted out whether you like it or not, whether you're saying something good or it's an alignment for something you want or not. It's still happening. You cannot change that thought transmission. Okay, it's the law. There's nothing you can do to change that. And again, what you can do, you can't change the law, like you can't change the law of gravity, but what you can do is change the way you think and choose different thoughts and make them in alignment. So let's say you have a specific person and I don't know, maybe you guys are broken up, or maybe you've been ghosted, or maybe you think they don't want to be with you, or they don't want the commitment, or you don't think they're very good at communicating, or they're dismissing your needs. There could be various things. We'd want to get to the root cause of why that's happening. Okay. And at a very, basis level, it's happening because you have this subconscious belief about yourself that you're not worthy of that in some form of fashion. Okay. It could be like, I'm not worthy unless I am a people pleaser. Let's say that's your conception. I have to earn love. I have to be seen as a nice person. I'm only, worth this amount. I can only be loved if I'm like this. Okay, say that's your perception, then that's going to be pushed out. It's going to be transmitted in thoughts to your specific person. They're going to think it's their idea. So they're going to start treating you. They're going to reflect that back as they have no choice. They're going to reflect it back in certain behaviors. Okay, and you're going to be caught in this perpetual cycle of trying to earn their love and to please them and saying, why can't I do it? In this self-fulfilling prophecy. So we're going to break through those constraints. And that's where coaching can come in really handy, is to break through those. And I'm really good at seeing people's blocks and what they're saying. And we also work through your emotions through this, because this is not discounting your emotions. Okay, we're going to actually work through releasing those sort of emotions as well. But again, on a very basis level, it is whatever you think the specific person is thinking about you is what they're thinking about you dominantly. Okay, so therefore you want to stop saying things like, I'm not worthy of this. I can't get a commitment. Why am I not worth more than this? You need to really work on what you're saying with that inner speech with yourself, because again, your thoughts are not private. They're going to be transmitted to your specific person and reflected back to you. All right, that's just how it always is. So again, you can change your specific person and they can change, but until you change internally with your thoughts and become the new version of yourself that is very worthy and valued and values themselves, you're going to keep attracting the same people, because you're the point of attraction. Okay, you're the common denominator. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It's not that you're trying to purposely do these things, but this is why we go and unpack those things, why we want to go to the core of these assumptions and beliefs, and where they came from childhood, as we know, and how we are looking at those patterns. We really need to look at those patterns and break those patterns and break our thinking habits so we can start transmitting what we want in our reality. And it takes discipline, it takes awareness, okay? It takes consistency, it takes persistence through these things, all right? Because we are so subconsciously not aware of these things. Okay, or if we're going after unavailable men, there's a reason why, or women, let's say, or we're going after people that are just not emotionally available, because it's really how we perceive ourselves. We feel a certain way about ourselves, feeling unworthy, and then people are showing up in that way. So of course you also have to make different assumptions about your specific person as well, but we have to remember that they're mirroring us, because everybody is us pushed out, and thought transmission doesn't stop. So what we're dominantly thinking about all day about ourselves, and conception to that, is what's going to be reflected back to us. It's going to be what's transmitted to our specific person. We're projecting that onto them, like a projector, projects the movie screen. Okay, that's what we're doing to other people, and then they're reflecting it back to us. So as we work on ourselves and work on our self-concept and work on our self-image and see ourselves as somebody who's worthy and valuable, and it's going to be more than just saying I'm worthy and valuable. Okay, it's more than that, because it's connected to different reasons that make you feel unworthy. All right, there's different things that happen. So those words, we really got to get to the core of what resonates for you, all right, and what that means to you and what you want to see in your reality back, okay? But remember, a lot of people are trying to get this from their specific person, and you can get your specific person to validate you. You can get your specific person to say things, but you are going to be met against you can't do it, I guess. You're going to get the opposite results if you're not working on yourself. If you're not filling your own cup, if you're dismissing your needs, if you're saying bad things about yourself, if you're judging yourself, if you think you're too emotional, there's so many different things that we look at and heal and work on and uncover and validate ourselves in these sessions. And you can do that, start doing that right now for yourself, but you have to do that specifically for yourself first before your person gives it back to you, because they're not going to give it back to you because they're hearing your thoughts. So if you're saying, I'm a bad person, I'm too much, like I'm not lovable, your specific person, you're transmitting that to them. All right. They're going to think it's their idea, and they're going to come with circumstances, things they say, things they do to show you that. Okay. To reflect that back to you as their messengers, and they're just transmitting your thoughts to you. Okay. As well as if you think that they're a player, you're transmitting that too. So therefore they're going to behave in ways that they're just a player until you go in internally and change those thoughts, because thought transmission is always happening. Okay. Our thoughts are like DNA. What you think your specific person's thinking, they are thinking dominant. So whatever you dominantly are saying, okay, is what they're going to be thinking. Okay. So if you think, oh, they don't want to call me, they don't want to hear from me, they're too busy. Well, guess what? That's what they're going to start thinking. So we want to change it into they do want to hear from me. They love hearing from me. Because remember, thought transmission is a supposed phenomena in which a mental activity of one person are transmitted without physical means of the mind of another person. We're doing it all day. It's the whole core of Neville Goddard's teaching, okay? Our inner conversations, our mental activity, what we're saying in silence, people are overhearing dominantly. So therefore, we want to start seeing ourselves as someone worthy, getting to the cause of why we don't think we're worthy. Remember also, you're the director of your reality. So often people are going out there and looking at other people as the director, looking at them as circumstances, forgetting that, thinking they're dictating your circumstances. But no, you guys, this is where this comes in. And remembering, no, I am the director. So whatever scripts, get some paper out, whatever scripts you have going on in your reality with your specific person, write them down. You're directing it, okay? You've already been directing, and then direct your new script. Write your new script, because you are the one that's projecting it out there by what you're saying dominantly. So if you have someone that's showing up that's not giving you that commitment, write it down, get it out there. How's it make you feel? That sort of thing. If you have somebody that's ghosting you, if you have somebody that's like not giving you communication that you want and it's not emotionally available, write that down and remember that they're showing up that way as a messenger because you have that alive inside of you. So therefore, nobody is doing anything outside of you. You are the director, so you want to step out of it and write your new script. How do you want to be treated? How do you want them to show up? How do you want them to think about you? How do you want them to feel about you? Guess what? You get to script that out. You want to dominantly think about that new script because they're just actors in your play. Okay, there's actors into what you're saying with the director, right? So you're directing it, you're writing it, you're directing it, you're transmitting those thoughts to them. They think it's their idea and they reflect it back. So if you don't like something that's showing up in your reality, you write the new script, okay? You get to write the new script, seeing yourself as somebody who gets everything that they want in their reality. So instead of thinking, these awful things where our mind wants to go to because our ego is there and our subconscious, is all tied to it. It's there to keep us safe. So we don't want to berate that. That's what it's there. That's what it's there for. It's purpose. But we want to break through that. We want to transcend past that. We want to get ahead of that. So we want to start rehearsing these new scripts because now we know that thought transmission is happening no matter what. All right. So start thinking this. What if they were obsessed with me? What if they want to change for me? What if I'm the love of their lives? What if you're the love of their lives? What if nobody else in their entire life made them want to change? What if the thought of losing you scares them shitless? What if they can't think about their lives without you? What if they are so in love with you that they've never wanted to put this effort in with anybody else? What if they never wanted commitment, but you showed up and now they want this commitment with you? What if they've thought about it, all the fights and all the things you've gone through, and they decided now, you know what? I'm going to change myself for them. Okay, that's how it's going to happen anyway. You're going to transmit that to them because you're transmitting it with the old story. Oh, they don't want me. They don't love me. They've said this. They've always been this way. People always treat me this way. I'm not worthy of it. I never get the commitment. You're already thinking those thoughts they're transmitting. So we want to do those new thoughts. What if they're obsessed with me? What if they're madly in love with me? What if they tell me they want to change for me? What if they say that they've never felt this way about anybody in their lives, that they've never had this connection with anybody? What if they're saying they're willing to go to the ends of the earth for me to change? What if they're saying they want to be with me for the rest of their lives, or you for the rest of their lives? Okay, that's what we dominantly want to focus on, because what they are thinking, what you're thinking is what they're thinking because of thought transmission. So really start training your mind, start disciplining yourself, start being aware, start persisting, start transcending past these things, and realize you are directing this, and you do have the power to direct this, okay? You do have the power for somebody to show up differently. But again, you have to do the internal stuff first. You have to give this to yourself first and see yourself as somebody worthy. And again, it sometimes can be more than just saying those words. It's going to be really diving into those things, all right, and healing those parts and healing those traumas. And, you know, and looking at our emotions, there's just different things. It can be very deep, okay? And I can tell you this from my own experience and helping thousands of people. Now, I'm not saying this has to take you a million years to get something either. I just want to be honest that sometimes things are deeper for other people, and it's not just surface level, okay, as we go through this. But again, you're transmitting thoughts to people all the time anyway, so start choosing and aligning with what you want. Start re-scripting what you want. Start choosing different thoughts, because what you're dominantly focusing on is being transmitted to your specific person. It's actually being transmitted to everybody. So it really matters. You're going to start seeing changes in your life when you start saying nice things about yourself, when you start seeing your worth, when you start seeing your value. Everybody's going to change, not just your specific person, because everybody's overhearing your thoughts. Your thoughts are not private. So if you're all day saying, I hate myself, I hate how I am, I hate how I react, I hate how emotional I am, everybody's hearing that. So it has to be changed to, I love myself, I love how I am. Actually, everybody loves that I have an attitude. Actually, everybody, you know, thinks it's great that I speak my mind, okay? Because it's whatever you're saying, whatever you think that other people think about you, that's what's happening because of thought transmission. All right, so therefore you can change those outcomes and circumstances. All right, I intend this video was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. And again, if you guys want to work together, the description, if I could talk, the description is in the link below. And I appreciate you guys. I love every single one of you, and you all deserve to have everything you want in your reality. I hope you have a wonderful day.